All right, music fans, welcome back. Harmless Dave here, talking real music in real time for a few real people out there just like you and just like me. All right, before I get going, it's going to be kind of an interesting topic. The Prowlers, really cool band from Chicagoland. You got to check them out. Old school rock and roll, a couple of references, maybe Steppenwolf, Robin Trower, who they know I really like. I'm a big Trower guy. So yeah, here is the CD. You can check their website out, prowlers-music.com. Prowlers-music.com. Tell them RMO Dave sent you over. And these guys are loud and they're old school. So I like that very much. And I had the guitarist on a couple of weeks ago just to talk about their new video, which is live over on YouTube. You can check that out as well. Really great music. Speaking of not so really great music, I hate to do this because I really like Tim Pool. If you know who Tim Pool is, he's a commentator. He's pretty much everywhere here on YouTube. Good for YouTube for continuing to build out Timcast IRL. I'm a big fan of Tim's commentary, and I probably align with Tim on a lot of things. I'm not aligning on his new song. If you didn't hear, he's got a new song out there, which this is another enterprise, kind of like Daily Wire. They're getting into music and art, and they're going to make movies, and they're going to just expand. And they're basically trying to create a parallel economy, which I applaud, because corruption, right, and all of this government collusion between all of these big corporations, entertainment companies that always just kind of align with the power structure. We need to kind of make our own stuff, basically, because that stuff has become so predictable and so bad, and it's also a real negative influence, especially on younger children. It's just gone completely haywire, and I don't think there's a way back from what that is. I don't think we can correct that. A lot of people think, oh, you can correct the schools, no. If your school is lousy, if your entertainment is lousy, find a different school, find different entertainment. And I applaud Tim Pool for getting into the entertainment business with this new song. The song is called Only Ever Wanted, and it hit #2 on iTunes a few days ago. And I had the responsibility, as the commentator that I am, nowhere nears the commentary that you can get from Tim Pool in Timcast IRL. Again, a different league. I am super small potatoes here on YouTube compared to Timcast. So anyway, because I'm kind of this music guy here and there, and I talk about music, and I talk about all kinds of things now, and then I have another channel where I stick to more political things, I felt it was my responsibility to listen to the song. And I'd like to give this song some positive feedback, but it's really, really hard. And now look, couple of things. Number one, I'm not into whiny, high-pitched vocals. Not into it. Now, my guess is there's a lot of auto-tune going on. The first 3 minutes of the song is very repetitious and very irritating to me. I mean, if I go into Old Navy to shop, this is the kind of music that they play. So here's the deal. Tim, in his wisdom, is kind of culture jamming here. He's putting music out there, which I think is appealing to the same people that are listening to Nicki Minaj and, Lil Wayne, or whoever it is they're listening to, Evanescence. I'd like to know more of these names. I know who they are. I don't listen to them. Britney Spears, who apparently is back because she's recycling an Elton John song. Elton John, by the way, is doing this and I'm sure he's going right to the bank and depositing large sums of money. This isn't stupid. I mean, the songwriting today is so bad that even if you take snippets from old Elton John songs and weave them together, you create something so much better than probably 95% of what is on the radio these days. So the song went to #2 on iTunes. And the only part of the song I can kind of get into is the last minute and 20 seconds where the band actually really kicks in and you get drums and you get some guitars and the auto-tune subsides. Now, if Tim's voice isn't auto-tuned on this, I apologize in advance. I'm trying to be very Tim Pool-like on this video and be diplomatic, but I don't like it. I cannot. And look, folks, I'm borderline boomer, get off my lawn, all that stuff, right? That's me. That's what I'm into. That's what I like to listen to. That's why I like this, right? The Prowlers, because this is old school dive bar rock and roll. Guys just banging on drums and guitars and belting out songs. This is what I grew up on, all right? The stuff that is now permeating terrestrial radio airwaves is mostly an abomination. Mostly an abomination. And as much as I liked him as a commentator and I understand what he's doing with the culture jamming, the song itself just isn't my cup of tea. And, you know, the positive takeaway is that with Tim's audience, though, and with his impact, and I guess you would say musical acumen to some degree, that he knows what people are going to listen to in the year 2022, I give him credit. I give him a lot of credit. It's just not my cup of tea. And I would say, you know, support his work. Hopefully, maybe he'll have a second band out there that he can put together who tries to revive the rock music industry over on active rock or mainstream rock or whatever they're calling that today. I don't expect the Prowlers to get on radio stations. That's not the point. The point is, like at the beginning, if your culture stinks, you need to kind of create new culture or parallel, you know, a parallel economy or a parallel culture, which is an alternative to the mainstream. Now, if he's trying to filter into the mainstream in order to get people to listen to his commentary on politics, that's a pretty interesting way of going about it, and I applaud him for that as well. The guy is obviously not stupid, and he works really, really hard, so I give him tons of credit for all of that. The song, though, not so much, brother. Not so much. And I say brother because I think I align with Tim on a lot of different issues, and I applaud his skepticism. He's a skeptic, and we need more skeptics out there who aren't just towing the party line on anything. So that's my analysis of Timcast and their song Only Ever Wanted. I was a little shocked to learn that Tim was the lead singer of this and he was out there fronting this band. It's just bizarre because he wears the hat and he's always had this sort of persona of the guy who's kind of off in the corner a little bit, even though he's more out front these days. He kind of has, you know, his, 2 feet, one in a very public profile and another foot in a more sort of private, I'm not going to get in your face type of thing. So in any event, I don't know, maybe you'll like the song more than I do. I'm thinking my audience in general, this isn't in your wheelhouse for the most part. But I do have, people that like country, people that like melodic rock, classic rock, blues. So, I mean, I have a pretty, wide array of folks that will, send me stuff and I'll go, yeah, I like, and very rarely do I just listen to something that someone sends me and I don't say to them, hey, I really hate this. I mean, it does happen, or I'll say it's not in my wheelhouse, right? And that's my polite way of saying to people, look, it's just, again, like the Tim Pool song, it's not my cup of tea. Maybe in the world of Tim Pool's musical influences, right, what he thinks is good music, this fits in with that. And he smartly just, again, got into that and is essentially jamming up the culture a little bit. And people are going to say, who's Tim Pool? What's Tim Pool about? And then they're going to find a show and talk about a bait and switch, right? That's really genius if that's his end game here. If his game is to like challenge the music industry, okay. I mean, and if it builds revenue for his platform and he can continue to expand his platform, and then maybe he can send me a few bucks and I can expand my platform a little bit. Just kidding, by the way, Tim. I mean, look, I'm small potatoes and I'm commenting from down below. So, hey, for what it's worth, right? Like the song For What It's Worth. That's my 2 cents worth. And again, one more time for the Prowlers. See, I'd rather lift up the underdogs like these guys. These guys are a bar band. They're probably not making a lot of money doing what they do, but they do it because they love the music. They're not doing it to be all, although their video for their latest single is a bit of a spoof. Is it jamming the culture? Maybe a little bit. I think they're just putting their views out there and hopefully they find some like-minded people to support their music and support their politics. So maybe we can try to get this culture from completely imploding. So again, a different way of doing it and certainly a lot less out there than Tim Pool, but good for Tim Pool in many ways. I mean, I don't like the song, but I like what he's doing. So I guess on a scale of 1 to 10, I'll give the song a 5 because maybe it will have an impact on the culture. So I think that's my very diplomatic Tim Pool style video here on this song that he has out there. All right, people, again, you can support my channel and my work by going to Patreon. There's a link in or on the banner of this page where you land, and you can go there and donate $1, $2 a month. That's really helpful. We had a big donation come in, which I appreciate very much. But again, we're going into a new month soon, and that always presents new challenges as people leave because they realize I can't afford to do this anymore. So if you want to become a patron, that would be helpful. That's really my only fundraising activity. I'm not into begging for money. So at the very least, just watch the videos, put them on repeat play, share the videos, tell your friends that, hey, there's this geezer rock guy out there and he's really weird and he talks too much. And, I like watching his channel. You can always put the channel on like a podcast, right? You got to clean the house or something. You can have me yapping away in the background. All right. I'm done. I promise. See you soon.